How to deal with uncertainty in relationships. Relationship vulnerability can likewise lead you to address whether your relationship is ideal for yourself and whether you need to be with your soulmate. Tragically, being uncertain about a relationship can lead you to drive potential accomplices away on the grounds that you might want to shield yourself from being harmed. Assuming you have been managing relationship vulnerability, you can do whatever it takes to deal with the circumstance and feel more great successfully. Managing relationship vulnerability can likewise assist you with deciding if the relationship is intended to endure the hardships you face, or on the other hand, if maybe it isn't the right matchup for you. Is vulnerability seeing someone? Is vulnerability seeing someone? Is vulnerability seeing someone? Some vulnerability in connections is totally ordinary and might in fact be energizing. You would have no desire to design out each day down to the latest possible moment, okay? The vulnerability that is just incidental is likewise nothing to stress over. Assuming that you feel unsure solely after a contention or when you're in a condition of outrage or dread, logical those feelings are bringing up your question. There is a long way to go and value about the necessities, sentiments, and ways of behaving of yourself as well as your accomplice and, in particular, how to utilize these understandings to best help your accomplice and your relationship. 1. Share your apprehensions. How would you safeguard yourself from feeling torment? Do you treat your joined forces with complete disdain? Do you keep down affection? At the point when we're uncertain about a relationship, we frequently take part in unfortunate ways of behaving that drive closeness away. Becoming mindful of your standards of conduct makes it simpler to remember them when they emerge and assists you with accomplishing a more true perspective when feelings grab hold. Perceiving your triggers and examples is only the initial step. Next, you should impart this data to your accomplice. Open up to your accomplice about what you really want to deliver your inward saved portion and associate. Allow your accomplice to assume a steady part in assisting you with managing your feelings of trepidation and track down another way to deal with any damaging examples. You might be shocked exactly the amount more trust this can make. 2. Divert yourself. Divert yourself. Divert yourself. Some of the time, you simply feel too wrecked by your distress and there doesn't appear to be any reprieve. Frequently, captivating in a good, reviving, or sustaining action can help you through a hard second, like while you're making a solid attempt not to message somebody or feeling a snapshot of extreme self-question. Doing any type of activity, something imaginative, or something establishing can be an extraordinary interruption and permit you to modify your profound state in a positive manner. 3. Turn out to be more engaged with your accomplice. As connections progress, accomplices may normally start to develop separated as the fervor of another relationship wears off. In the event that you wind up continually making arrangements without your accomplice or neglecting to remember them for your everyday existence, it could be an ideal opportunity to roll out certain improvements. Turning out to be more engaged with one another can eradicate a portion of the sensations of vulnerability you have. Welcome them to work out with you, come to supper with your companions, or attempt another leisure activity together, and make certain to keep them refreshed about your day. 4. Reconsider your assumptions. To manage vulnerability, you really want to comprehend and acknowledge it. Continually obsessing about your relationship, stressing a lot over it, being dubious of your accomplice for not a great explanation, or being in a quandary about proceeding with the relationship are a portion of the indications of vulnerability in a relationship. Generally, these sentiments are a consequence of ridiculous assumptions from your accomplice. Being together doesn't mean you want to consent to everything. In the event that your accomplice doesn't follow every one of your assumptions, then you really want to stroll back a couple of moves toward re-examine your assumptions. 5. Never rebuff. Discipline is a type of control and a typical response to vulnerability in connections. At the point when our accomplice treats us in a manner we could do without, our quick arrangement is to show them the amount it harms so they don't repeat the experience. This outcomes in discipline like allegations, the quiet treatment, keeping of love, or carrying on in a way that is intended to hurt them consequently. In any case, discipline won't ever work. All things considered, it drives the other individual further away and starts making question. The arrangement when we are harming isn't to rebuff, it's to comprehend how to manage vulnerability in a relationship by rehearsing affection and acknowledgement. 6. Practice taking care of oneself. Here and there individuals become so reliant upon their accomplices that they anticipate that they should address all their issues. On the off chance that you're letting all of your satisfaction rely upon your accomplice, it is normal to feel dubious on occasion in light of the fact that nobody individual can address your every issue or make you 100% cheerful always. Getting some margin to rehearse taking care of oneself can help you have an improved outlook on yourself and increment your trust in the relationship. 7. Go to somebody for help. On the off chance that you regard yourself as pondering, are questions seeing someone? You could go to a companion to examine your interests. They might give a new point of view on whether your sentiments are typical or a greater issue that should be settled. In situations where you just really can't shake your sensations of vulnerability, you might try and profit from seeing a specialist work through your sentiments. 8. Live deliberately. In conclusion, treat your accomplice as you, when all is said and done, might want to be dealt with. Be the case of what you need in an accomplice. Step back and feel what your accomplice is feeling and be available for their aggravation. Simultaneously, perceive their interesting necessities. This will assist you with remaining associated and increment the feeling of satisfaction in the relationship. For instance, rather than requesting from your accomplice, choose to go first in giving what they need. Find how you should help them to have a good sense of reassurance being powerless and cherished in your relationship. Furthermore, when your accomplice is in trouble, focus on tuning in with outright empathy, with the sole objective of reducing their affliction. Comprehend that vulnerability in connections isn't just typical, however, it's an amazing chance to adapt to the situation of trusting and relinquishing the results you trust would be ideal.